Hello viewers, welcome to my channel MA Physics class. Today I will discuss about the important previous year question from NEET examination 2021, 2022, 2023 and 2020. I will discuss the problem of very important problem from the projectile motion of class 11 semester 1, and let's start now this class. We calculate the very typical and important types of problem. So you subscribe my channel, and upcoming this type of very important problematic video coming to this channel, through this channel. And from the previous class, the projectile motion is one type of motion of a body. When a body is moving with an angle theta with the horizontal line, a angle theta, a body move with a velocity u. Then this body flight a highest distance, highest height, and again this body is fall down on the base, and this is the initial point of this body, and this is the final point. After fall down, this is the final point of this body, and this is the range, horizontal range, that this body is moved on the final point. We know from the formula of height h equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. H means the height of the flight of a body. U is the initial velocity when this body is thrown by me, and theta is the angle of velocity with the horizontal line, and g is a acceleration, gravitational acceleration. And this is the formula of h, flighting height of a body. And range of a body, horizontal range of a body, formula is r equals to u square sin 2 theta by g. This is the formula of a body that is moved on a projectile motion, and the horizontal range, when the horizontal range is r, then r equal to, we write down u square sin 2 theta by g. And time of flight means a body when moved on a projectile motion and complete the projectile motion and moved, and finally this body is moved on another horizontal line, then the time of total projectile motion t equal to 2u sin theta by g, where u is a initial velocity of a thrown body, theta is the angle of means t is a time of total projectile motion, g is a acceleration of gravitational acceleration. This is three formula for the projectile motion. This formula is used this type of problem. This three formula is very important for solving this problem, this NEET previous year problem, for the about look at the board. A bullet is fired from a gun. The speed of 280 meter per second in a direction 30 degree above the horizontal, and maximum height attained by the bullet is g equal to 9.8 meter per second square sin 30 degree sin 30 degree equal to 0.5. We solving this problem, and this formula we write down. A bullet thrown, a projectile motion thrown, and this is the angle theta equal to 30 degree angle above the horizontal with the horizontal 30 degree angle, and the speed of a bullet from a gun, speed of 280 meter per second. Given value for this problem, u equal to 280 meter per second and theta equal to 30 degree, and we calculate maximum height attained by the bullet. Maximum height means h equal to how much maximum height. We know the height of a projectile motion u square sin square theta by 2g, means we putting this value, u square means 280 into 280, square means 280 into 280 to sin square 30 degree by 2g. G means the value of g 9.8. 280 into 280 into sin 30 degree means half of square means 1/4 by 2 into 9.8. 2140 4 means 70 140 into 70 by 9.8 means 98 into 10. 2428 970 into 70 into 10 by 49. 70 10 7 10 10 10 10 10 means 1000. 1000 means option number 4 is a right answer. Option number 4 is a right answer. 1000 meter. Therefore, h means this bullet maximum height of this bullet flighting the maximum height 1000 meter. Write down this problem. You write down this problem, very important problem. This is NEET exam 2023. This problem NEET exam 2023. Next problem is also NEET 2023. This problem is, look at the board. A ball is projected from point A with velocity 20 meter per second and at an angle 60 degree to the horizontal direction. At an highest point B of the path as shown in figure, the velocity v of the ball will be how much answer. This is the figure. A ball is thrown with a angle, with a horizontal angle 60 degree and thrown with a velocity 20 meter per second. Initial velocity is 20 meter per second. And when this ball is fly at a maximum point, then the velocity is v. How much the value of, we calculate, how the value of v. We know a velocity, initial velocity, which is thrown this ball with a projectile motion. This velocity is always divided into two component. Means we know a velocity u, that is on this projectile motion, when you divided into two components. Along this horizontal line, the component of u is u cos theta, and component of u with along the y-axis, along the vertical axis, u sin theta. Similarly, for this figure, this ball moved with along the velocity v. This velocity v with a point of this. This is the direction along the horizontal axis. The velocity v along the horizontal axis. We know the component of 20. Component of initial velocity u means 20. This is component of horizontal axis u cos theta. This is u cos theta means v. We know v is a velocity of the highest point along the horizontal axis. Again, we know the velocity, the component of velocity along the horizontal axis, u cos theta. That means u cos theta means v. The v equal to u cos theta. U cos theta means u means 20, cos theta means 60 degree. 20 cos 60 degree, value of cos 60 degree, 1/2, 10 meter per second. This is the answer. This is the value of v. At the highest point, the vertical velocity at the highest point, this ball at the along the vertical velocity is 0. But a horizontal velocity v is some value that we calculate 10 meter per second. So the velocity is equal to horizontal component. This highest point velocity of v, this is the equal to horizontal component. Write down this problem, very important problem, that is also NEET 2023. Next problem, a ball is projected with a velocity of 10 meter per second, an angle 60 degree with the vertical direction. This is important line, with vertical direction. Its speed at the highest point of its trajectory will be, option is, which option is right? A ball is projected with a vertical, similarly previous question, a ball is projected with a velocity 10 meter per second. With the angle with the vertical axis. Angle with the vertical axis means this angle is given value. That is 60 degree. But we know for this formula use theta, that is always the angle with the horizontal axis. But this problem given value is 60 degree with the angle with the vertical axis. Then that means this angle with the horizontal axis 90 minus 60. That means 30 degree. Similarly, the velocity of highest point, the speed at the highest point of its trajectory, highest point A, this means and the ball, but the particle that moved on a highest point, that is two velocity. One velocity along the vertical axis, that is 0, always 0, vertical axis no velocity, and horizontal axis the velocity is a component of this initial velocity, means u cos theta. The horizontal, with the horizontal line, along the horizontal line, the component of initial velocity u cos theta, that means is the velocity of peak point, the velocity of highest point v along the horizontal axis. Along the horizontal axis, that means we write down the angle with the horizontal is the angle with the horizontal is 90 minus 30. 90 minus 60 means 30 degree. The horizontal component, the horizontal component of initial velocity is Vx, that means V0 cos 30 degree. V0 means 10 cos 30 degree means root 3 by 2, that means 5 root 3 meter per second. That is the answer of this problem. Option number 3 is a right answer. Option number 3 is a right answer. Previous question from previous year question of NEET 2022. And next problem, look at the board. A cricket ball is thrown by a player at a speed 20 meter per second in a direction 30 degree above the horizontal, and the maximum height attained by the ball during the motion, and g 10 meter per second. Here a cricket ball is thrown by a player, speed of 20 meter per second, direction 30 degree above the horizontal. Means this is the projectile motion of a ball, cricket ball. That means initial velocity u, that means 20 meter per second, and thrown with a projectile motion, and this velocity, initial velocity 20 meter per second, with the angle with the horizontal axis angle 30 degree, and highest we calculate the maximum height attained by a ball during the motion. During the motion, the highest height of a ball with a projectile motion. We know the highest height lifting of a body, lifting of a ball. We know this formula H equal to u square sin square theta, u square sin theta, u square sin square theta. That means sin square theta. U square sin square theta by 2g. We know from this given value u means 20. 20 square means 20 into 20 sin theta, sin 30 degree, sin square 30 degree by 2g. Here g equals to let 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second, not 9.8. Given value 10 meter per second. 10. That means 20 into sin 30 degree means half, where square means 1/4. That means 5. The 5 meter is the highest point of a ball. Option number 1 is a right answer. Very important formula. This is very easy problem when you know this formula, this three formula. Therefore, this 3 formula is very important for the projectile motion problem. This is NEET 2022. This problem is NEET 2022. Write down this problem. Next problem is very important. Look at the board. A car starts from rest and acceleration from rest. That means initial velocity of car is 0. Acceleration accelerates at 5 meter per second square. At t equal to 4 second, a ball is dropped out of a window of a car by a person sitting sitting in the car. What is the velocity and acceleration of the ball at t equal to 6 second? That is the g we get given value g 10 meter per second. Here a car a person sitting in a car and a ball throw with a window from a window. That means a ball moving finally initially we calculate the velocity of car. Here car start with rest. That means initial velocity of car that is 0 and final velocity of car moved along the horizontal line, horizontal line. Always car moved along horizontal line. That means v car. That means v horizontal x axis vx. That means the formula from one-dimensional motion we know u plus at. That means u car 0 plus a, the given value a of car 5 meter per second square. T when a ball throw from window of car in 4 second. That means this 4 second the car is moved with horizontal line. That means t is we get 4 second. Vx 20 meter per second. That means velocity of a ball along x-axis is 20 meter per second. That is also equal to the velocity of car along the x-axis, along the horizontal line. And again we calculate the velocity of a ball along the y-axis, along the vertical axis, and relative speed, and we calculate relative speed of the velocity along the x and along the y-axis. That means the horizontal velocity of a ball remains constant. The horizontal velocity of a ball remains constant, always constant. And after the drop, when the ball is dropped in a car, the horizontal velocity of a ball is always constant. The ball is dropped after 4 seconds. The ball is dropped from the window of a car at 4 seconds, and we are looking for the velocity, and we are looking for the velocity 6 seconds. The ball is dropped in 4 seconds, at 4 seconds, and we are looking for the velocity at 6 seconds. So the time of flighting is how much? The time of flighting, we write down the full line. The ball is dropped at 4 seconds, t1 4 seconds, and we are looking for the velocity at t2 equal to 6 seconds. By question 6 seconds. So the time of flighting. So the time of flight is delta t, means t2 minus t1. That means delta t equal to 6 minus 4, that is equal to 2 seconds. This is the time of flighting of a ball when we throw that person throw a ball in the car, from the car. The velocity of a ball at 6 seconds, the velocity of a ball, that means 2 seconds is the time of flighting. That means this is the projectile motion of a ball. This is the projectile motion of a ball. The time of projectile motion 2 seconds. That means along the y-axis, we know along the x-axis always constant this velocity 20 meters per second, and along the y-axis means flight. Y-axis means ball when this is flighting up. That means y-axis, and when along the x-axis, that is velocity is 20 meters per second, and when the ball is flighting up, then along the y-axis the velocity, that means v0 y, along the y-axis the initial velocity of plus we know along the y-axis, that is the acceleration along the y-axis always g, always 9.8, always 10 meter per second, always g. We know along the y-axis always the acceleration of a free body is g. That means acceleration is g into delta t, the time of flighting 2 seconds. Vy means we know that along the y-axis the initial velocity is 0 plus g means 10 by the question. Delta t is 2, that means 20 meter per second. This is the same value of along the x-axis of velocity 20 meter per second, and along the y-axis the velocity of 20 meter per second. That means the relative velocity relative velocity v equal to root of r, v is x square plus v y square. That means 20 square, 20 square. That means 20 root 2, root 800, root 8,800, root 800. That means 20 root 2 meter per second. And you know, after being dropped, the only force acting on a ball is gravity. The acceleration of a ball is equal to acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration of a ball equal to the acceleration due to gravity. That means g is always 10. G is always 10 meter per. The relative velocity we know 20 root 2 meter per second, and gravity and acceleration is always equal to due to the acceleration of due to gravity. That means 10 meter per second. Option number 2 is a right answer. 20 root 2 meter per second and 10 meter per second square. That is the option number 2 is right answer. This is very important problem. This is NEET 2021. This is very important problem. Write down this problem and we solving the next problem. Next problem from NEET 2021. This is a very important. Moving in a circle of radius r with a uniform speed takes a time t, complete on a revolution. If the particle were projected with a same speed at an angle theta to the horizontal and the maximum height attained by it equal 4r, the angle of project theta is equal to the value of theta. We calculate the value of theta. Here the given value is radius of a circle. A particle moved in a circle, the radius of this circle is r. That means radius of a circle, radius of the circle r, and time to the complete of a revolution, time to complete one revolution is t, and the given value maximum height attained when this body is flying, maximum height attained, maximum height of a projectile that is 4r, that is given value 4r. We know the maximum height we know the formula of maximum height of projectile motion of a body in projectile motion, h equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. Here we did not know u, the value of u. That means firstly we calculate u, the velocity u, the velocity speed of a particle in a circular motion, the velocity of a motion, the velocity of a body in a circular motion, we know the velocity v u, that means the distance displacement by time. Displacement means one revolution means 2 pi r. One revolution means displacement or distance is 2 pi r by one revolution time, that is capital T. And now we know h equal to u square sin square theta by 2g, that the value of putting this value of u, and h that means 4r, and u means 2 pi r by t whole square. That means 4 pi square r square t square into sin square theta. Theta means the angle of theta. We calculate theta, sin square theta by 2g. That means r sin square theta 4r 2g t square by 2g t square by pi square r, and sin square theta, sin theta means root over, that means t by pi root over 2g t square by pi square r. We calculate theta. That means theta equal to sine inverse. That means that is root over means power half. That is option number, sine inverse pi square r Option number 2 is a right answer. Option number 2 is a right answer. 2g t square by pi square r. Option number 2 is a right answer. This is very important problem. This is very important problem. This is from NEET 2021. Write down this problem. I am finishing today's class. All of you subscribe my channel, and coming up this type of very important types of previous year NEET and JEE mains question. Subscribe my channel and like and share your friends. See you next class. Goodbye.